Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Chandan, and today we will learn about how to execute automated Selenium test coded in C# using NUnit and Jenkins. So, first of all, we will need to create a project using Visual Studio or any of the IDE which you use to code in C#. Okay, so this is my Visual Studio IDE. First, what I'm going to do is I'll just create a new project and I'll search for a type NUnit, and we would be selecting a project that contains NUnit 3 unit test C#. So we'll go for this so that we don't have to explicitly download NUnit or add NUnit using the NuGet package. So I hit next, and then I'll name it as test project U201, and then I'll hit create. This will create a basic NUnit project. So it has created. So if you click on this test class, which this has created automatically for me, you'll find that I have test fixture as well as the test class. And if you want to run this, you can quickly validate to see if it is working fine. So I'm running it, and this takes a little bit more time than usual, and you can see that the first test is pass. So whatever our test goes will go and sit here. Okay, so I'll just quickly explain you the agenda for this video. We will have an automated Selenium test. Okay, automated Selenium, sorry, automated Selenium test design in C# and NUnit. Now NUnit will be the test framework that will be used to test the unit test or the Selenium test, and then we will integrate it with Jenkins so that we can execute it automatically. Okay, so this will be the plan of the overall video. This is a basic one, but I thought that uh, you may find it useful whenever you want to, and you can always refer it back whenever you want to, or you can share this video, share the link of this video to someone who is in need or who wants to understand how to achieve this particular case. So the number one would be we'll design a Selenium test. Okay, and then we will test it using NUnit, and then we will integrate it with with Jenkins. Then we'll execute it. Sorry about that. So this will be the overall agenda of this video. So let's quickly design the Selenium test. I will open up this NUnit test project, and what I'm going to do is before test, let's go with setup. All right, and then we will have just a minute. Yeah, we will have tear down script as well, where we will specify what needs to be done right after the test. So I'm just using a public method, public void setup. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is, this is my setup, and then this would be my tear down. So I won't be writing much of a code because this is just for the demo purpose. Okay, we are not designing any suite or automations framework or anything like. We're just going to do plain coding and we will just run it. So what we would need here is, first thing is a WebDriver. All right, I will add WebDriver in the Nugget using the Nugget package. All right, so let's quickly go to Nugget packages and add whatever is required. So let's go to browse, and first of all we need Selenium, and this is the one. I always go with the maximum one. Let's go with the latest table, install. All right, so this is done. The next one would be, I like to use WebDriver Manager because that way I don't have to worry about downloading different EXEs, browser EXEs. So let's go with this. If you don't know about WebDrivers, driver managers, just let me know. I will create a video on that too as well. I have planned it, but I will do that. And I will do that, sorry. And I guess, okay, invalid token. Okay, that's okay. So, yep, hit okay. The name iWebDriver does not exist in the current context. This is interesting. WebDriver Manager. Okay, something is wrong it seems, or maybe I'll try again. Changes. Hit okay. And is it creating a problem? Let's go there and install. Okay. All right. So it says that I don't have the right framework, .NET framework. So let's go with the latest one. Let's switch it to 4.7.2. Okay. This is the latest. Yep. So now if I go to Nugget package, and try, yep, WebDriver Manager. Let's install this. I hope this works because this has worked before for me. All right, so that was installed. Actually, there was a mismatch between the the package and the .NET framework that I have. So I made it to 4.7 and it worked. And the other thing that I wanted to use is I don't have to use NUnit because this is an NUnit project. So I believe we should be good, I guess. All right, so let's go with the setup one. Let's go to the text class fixture, and then within class fixture, let's add all that we need. So it will be WebDriver. Okay, so that will add the reference for Selenium, and then we'll add. All right, no, that will do. Okay, now within setup, we're going to write. We're going to initialize our WebDriver. So this will be like new driver manager. Sorry, driver manager and that dot. Okay, I'm sorry, this should be driver manager, not web driver manager. So this will be dot. And first I have to add the references. Sorry, click on that. Hey, using web driver manager. So I have added the reference. Now if I hit dot, then let's go with setup driver. Okay, and then we'd be using new Chrome config. So that is how we set up Chrome using our driver manager. I don't need this, I guess, but this is giving me an error. Set up this. Sorry, just a minute, guys. I'm so sorry. Didn't see that. Okay, and now after that, I will just. Okay, I forgot to add a reference to this. Let me make it. This is what I do actually. I keep WebDriver. All right. Now I'm going to initialize this particular reference. It should be WebDriver is equals to new Chrome driver. All right. Cool. Okay. Now I will just expand it because sorry, maximize it. Dot window dot maximize. All right. So that is done. And just just for a safer, just to be on the safer side, I will just add an implicit wait. WebDriver dot manage dot timeouts dot sorry implicit wait, and I'll use time span seconds, and I will give around. I'm sorry, let's give a little bit more. So I'll give for 20 seconds. So we are done with setup, and we will quickly, in the tear down, we are not going to do anything, but we'll just close the browser. Dot quit. Okay. Okay. Now this is where our actual test the actual test will start. So the site that I'm going to use I will be using is this is a static web page which I have hosted on GitHub, and you can host your site, the static site, on your GitHub as well. I will create uh, a video on that too. Okay, so this is basically my repo, I mean my profile link, and then this is the site which I have designed. This is a basic site, okay, just for the testing purpose. So these links are working, services. So this is not a promotional site or anything, like don't reach out to me for any services. This is just a basic which I have learned from others, and I have just hosted it so that I can use it for my learning as well as for my automation suite. Now this is the site I'm going to do. So what I'll do is just quickly open this URL and we'll perform some action on it. Maybe we'll go to about to, or maybe we will go to services. Let's go to about to, and we will just validate whether this particular element has the text subscribe to our newsletter correct. So let's quickly copy this URL and open this URL using Selenium. All right, so in the test, what I'm going to do is I'll just take the WebDriver and I will go to navigate to go to URL and I will paste, sorry, that URL, and then I'll just write WebDriver. When we reach to the site, we'll click on About To. Okay, so I'll just quickly find the XPath for that. Dot find element. Sorry, by dot XPath, and I will add the XPath in this. So let's go to this and let's go inspect element, and this is a list with an anchor in it. So press Ctrl F, double slash, and then li anchor, and with text equals to about, sorry, about. So you can see that's highlighted. This is highlighted, that means that the XPath is correct. So I'll quickly copy this XPath. I'll go to the code and I'll paste it here. So, and then what I'm going to do is I will just quickly perform a click, sorry, click event. All right, so that will click. And right after that, what I will do is I'll find an object. Okay, so let me just quickly copy it and close this. Let's go to about, and we are going to locate this element. I hope, I'm just considering that you understand how Selenium work and how do we automate a test using Selenium for a web application. So I'll just quickly locate this element, and this is nothing but h1, and sorry, yep, let's go for this. So h1 and text equals to, I'll copy this. All right, so now you can see that this is highlighted. That means our XPath is correct again. So copy it. We'll go to the code and we will paste it here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we'll take the text off this particular. All right, no, we don't need this. Okay, now since this is a text, it is going to return me something, right? So I will just take string note. Let's go for note. All right, so the note will take this, save this text, the value that we just located, and then we are going to assert that. Okay, assert dot r equal, this will take two parameters, and the expected would be, I'm going to just copy this. Okay, this is the expected text, and what we are passing is the string that we just saved, the note. Okay, so this will be our entire test. Okay, so similarly you will have many tests, but right now just for the demo purpose I'm just using one test. So let me just quickly run and see if everything looks fine. This is the first run, and what we are doing right now is we are running this using NUnit and Visual Studio. We are going to achieve that using Jenkins, all by Jenkins, just Jenkins. So it is building the project and the build is successful. Now it should trigger Chrome, and you can see the Chrome was okay. It was quick. So let me just put a little bit of this thing in the middle. Let's go with thread. Sorry, just to show you what happened, because The site is very fast, and it's a very small site, and it doesn't have much. It's not very heavy, so loads fast, and I'll put a sleep of 3 seconds. Okay, so let me just quickly load again. All right, it has invoked the site, and you can see it waited for 3 seconds and that closed. Okay, so now my code is ready. Okay, and if I if I show you, my code is at this location. All right. So what we are going to do is we are going to build this we are going to use this project to achieve the same thing, to do the same thing that we did using Visual Studio. So the first part is done. Okay, let's go back to this. So we are done with this. Sorry. We are done designing the Selenium test. Okay, and we have run the test using NUnit, and then now we are going to integrate it with Jenkins. Okay, so let's go to Jenkins quickly. So let's download Jenkins. I wanted to show you straight from the download part so that it's easier for you to follow. Let's go to this first site when you write Jenkins, when you type Jenkins download. So this is the first link, and we are going to, since this is a Windows machine, so I'll just quickly go for Windows, and it will download me the file. Okay, something is wrong, I guess. Okay, something is really wrong. But I'm sure that when you maybe the site is into maintenance or something. But when you land to this page, you should be able to download. But not a problem. It looks like right now it is not working. Don't go for this one because this may not be stable. This is the stable version. If you see, the stable is LTS and the regular one is this. So these are the ones which they keep on upgrading and test. So we should always go for stable if you don't want to fall into a problem. This build might be buggy. So when you come to this side, you click on the Windows, and this will download a MSI file. I already have this file with me, so I I have downloaded this. I will just double click on it, and then it will install the Jenkins for me. So this is the welcome screen. Oh, it looks like I already have it. Okay, so what you have to do is, okay, let me start from the beginning. I'll just remove it so that it's easier for you to follow, because I have something to tell you in the middle when we install it. Okay, so what I will do is I'll just go to Jenkins. I'll click on it, and this time it should give me the same screen. Okay, and this will ask me where I should install the Jenkins files. So this will go to C, program files Jenkins. If you want to change, you want to set it to some other driver folder, you can click on change and do it. Hit next. I want to run it as local system. Okay, and port 8080, this is the default port. You can just test it just to make sure that this port is available. If this port is not available, you can change it. This is an editable field. Okay, we'll go for 8080, and this one is very important. You need to have either JRE or JDK installed on your machine, and this is picking up by itself. If you don't have them, I would recommend you to download JDK or a JRE environment, and this will run only on 1.8 and 11. Okay, so make sure you have them, and this is the path it has taken for JRE from my machine, and hit next. Okay, now this is the firewall. You're adding an exception to it. Hit next and click on install. Okay, so my Jenkins is ready. I'll hit finish. Now all it will try is it has added it has added Jenkins as a services, and now it has been hosted. Now you might ask me that how is it hosted? I don't have any web server like Tomcat or IAS. So what I learned from the internet is Jenkins uses its own web which is Jetty. So I don't know much. I don't have much about it, idea about it, but yeah, this is what it use because whenever you want to host a web application, you need to have a web server, either IIS or Tomcat. Okay, based on whatever project you are building. So, but Jenkins uses its own small web server, which is Jetty, and it hosts on it. So now let's go with unlocking the Jenkins. This is the first screen that you see when you install Jenkins, and it says that you have to enter a password, and which is located at this sorry folder. So what you do is just quickly go there and paste it in your sorry. All right. So when you click on this, this is actually going to all right something wrong. No result found. Okay, not a problem. Let's go quickly to this folder. Let's see if it opens up. So this is my hit there dot Jenkins, and let me go there. I'm here. Secret initial admin password. So let's go to secret. Okay, and initial password. So I'll just open it with Notepad. Yep. So let's go with Notepad, and this will give you the key. So I'll copy this. I'll close it, and I'll go back to my site. I'll put in the password and continue. Okay, you don't have to save this because this is just one time setup. It will not ask you for that password again. All you do is you add yourself as the you add your user in the server, because every application for day-to-day activities, whatever you're doing like Amazon, Flipkart, or anything, you create your user. So similarly, Jenkins, for Jenkins, you can have multiple user and you have to use it. Now this you have to, Jenkins runs on plugins. So it is entirely driven on plugins. If you have less plugin, you will have less options. If you have more plugins, you will find more options for your jobs. Okay. So now click on install suggested plugins. So these are all the recommended ones. I will not go for all of them because I don't need them. So what it will do is I'm sorry, I chose the recommended one, so probably it will install all of them. I should have gone for the other option, but that's fine, not a problem. Even these are light. This will keep my Jenkins light. I'm okay. All right, guys. Sorry, it took a little while actually to install all this plugin. I would have, if I had selected the other one, I could have chosen, which one to install, but I don't want it to. I didn't want to stop there. So this is done. It will be done soon, and we are good. Some plugins fail in to install properly. You may retry to install them and continue without. Fine. Let's go with the one. So now, what it will do is it will ask for me to create a username. So I will put I have put my username and this is the password. You set up any password. So I'll just confirm the password and write my full name there and save and continue. Right, and this is going to tell me that this is the URL. So whenever I want to start Jenkins on my system, access Jenkins. So this is the URL that I'm gonna use. I'll hit save and finish. Your Jenkins setup is ready. So I'll just start using Jenkins. Okay, now this is the welcome screen. I would say this is the dashboard of Jenkins. And if you see, we have new item, people. This is what you will see on any of the Jenkins, uh, you know, uh, Jenkins setup. So now let me just quickly configure the Jenkins. I'll go to Jenkins, manage Jenkins, and I just want to see if I have the right plugins for this demo. So I'll just go to available. I want to, execute a C# project. So I need to have MS build for this. So what I'll do is I'll click on search for MS build, and let's see if it pulls up. So if you see, it has loaded. It says, MS build is available. So just have to select this and install without restart. Okay. For some reason, my plugins are failing. Let me quickly check. All right. All right, guys. It looks like my Jenkins has some issue, but not a problem. I'm sure that I don't need MS build. There is other way to do it. So what I will do is we'll quickly start with this. I'll click on new item to create a new job, and let's name it as test demo job. All right. Let's select the freestyle project. You will find many options there in this on this page, but since all the plugins were down, installation were failed, I can use only freestyle project. So this will do the job actually. So I'll select OK, and this is where you configure your job. So I'll quickly add the description as this is a demo job. All right. So I'm going to quickly go over to this, and then I will add the build step. So what I will use is execute Windows batch command. Okay. So before we do this, let's quickly we will need NUnit to be installed on this. We have to locate the path of NUnit. Okay. We can use there are two ways. Either you can install NUnit on your local machine. You will have to download the MSI or exe and then locate it somewhere on your. I mean, once you install it, it will be installed and it will be somewhere sitting in the C drive. Else, you can use the if you have something which if you can use the same exe that the NUnit Visual Studio is using. Okay, so let me just do the other way. We will just quickly download NUnit console from its site. Okay, so these are the you go to this link, or maybe you can search for NUnit download, and you will land to this page. So we'll go with this NUnit console 3.11.1, and we will download this MSI. Okay, I have already downloaded and I have installed it. You don't have to do anything for the installation. You just have to download it and double click on it and click do all the next, and you will be done. So if I show you where the NUnit is, it generally installed in C program 86, and you'll find nunit.org here. If you open this, you'll find NUnit console, and this is the exe that you need. Okay. Now I'll quickly tell you what I'm going to achieve using Jenkins. So in this folder, I'll use command prompt. Uh, Okay. So I've opened it, and what I will do is NUnit 3, okay, dot console, and then I will give the path of this project. Okay, so right click on it, go to open file, and I'll go to bin because that is where we have the project DLLs available. So if you go to this what was the name of our project? I'm sorry, test project YT01. So you'll find it here. Yep, it's here. Okay, so what I will do is I'll just copy this path and I will pass it here. Okay, and I have to add the name of the project YT underscore underscore 01 and hit enter. So when you hit enter, this looks like could not be written to access to the path is denied. So just a minute, let me just quickly check this issue. All right, guys. I'm sorry, I had to do a lot of changes on my machine just to make it work. There was some issue. There was some access issue on my machine due to which it was not working fine. So now this is my Jenkins, and I'll just start with where we left. I'll just quickly create a freestyle project. So let's quickly create a test demo job. All right, so let's go for this demo job. Okay, select freestyle project and click OK. Now let's try it. Let's give a description as this is a demo job. All right, and I want to add a build step. So what I will do is I will give the path to my NUnit. So if you remember, I told you that this will be installed. The NUnit will be installed in C drive program 86 after you have installed it, and you'll find NUnit. You have to go to this NUnit console and you have to target this. So copy the path of this, and sorry, that's a different machine. Yep, paste it here, and you have to give the name of this exe. So I'll just copy the entire name, and then I'll go to my Jenkins and I'll paste it. And the argument that it's accept is the name of the DLL, that is the name of the project. So we will select this project, right click on it, open file folder in Explorer. Then I will go to bin debug, and I will locate my project DLL. So this is the name of my project and .dll. Okay, so I'll copy this, and I have to give the full path slash the name of the project. So I'll copy that too, just here, press F2, copy the entire, make sure you copy the DLL as well. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so you have to select execute the build step path. You have to select execute Windows bash command, and you have to give the path of the NUnit. Okay, where your NUnit tree console exe is setting. Okay, and then you have to give the path to the project DLL, and that is it. Okay, now hit save, apply, and then save. Okay, so now this is the project we have. Okay, details project. Now what you have to do is, in order to run that, you have to just click on build now. Okay, when you click on build now, it will start executing the job. And if you want to see the progress, you just have to click on this and it will show you the detail, what actually it is doing. So if you see that this is what we provided, this is the exe and this is the DLL file. And if you see that it has picked up the DLL for testing, it has written all the info, the run setting, and you can see our test was passed. Okay, the build was successful. But if you notice, there was no Google Chrome invoking like the way it was when I ran using Visual Studio. So the reason is we are running Jenkins as a service. I read this on the internet, and there are a lot of people who has complained about this, that the Jenkins is not able. I mean, you are not able to see the UI or the actual test execution, invoking of Google Chrome and clicking the buttons and sort of things. You are not able to see. The reason was I have installed this as a service and not using the WAR file. There are two ways you can install Jenkins. One using the WAR file, another when you install it using the MSI, and when you do that, that will install it as a service. So, but not a problem. There's a fix for it. You just have to go to Jenkins and you have to create a slave. Okay. So this is the job that we just used. What we have to do is we have to create a slave which is as good as a Jenkins machine, and you have to run your test case on that server. So how to do that? What you have to do is you don't need another machine. You just have to create a slave on the same machine. You have to click on the Jenkins dashboard, click on this manage Jenkins, go to manage nodes and clouds, and here you can see the list of master and slaves that you have. So in order to add a slave, all you have to do is click on node new, give a name. Let's go for dummy slave. Okay, make it permanent agent and click on OK. Okay, now this is created. You don't need to fill anything here. Click on save. Okay, now you see this is off. Okay, when you click on this, you'll find that you'll land to this page. Okay. Now there is one more thing I wanted to tell you that when you create a slave for the first time, you might get an error when you try to open this page, try to open the details of this page. Okay. So what you have to do is you have to go to Jenkins, manage Jenkins, and you have to come to this script console. I'm sorry. Yes. So what you have to do is you have to click on Manage Jenkins and click on this Configure Global Security. Okay. In case it gives you some security issue when you create the slave. So what you have to do is you have to come to this Configure Global Security, scroll down a bit, and under Agent, you have to select it. It would be Disable by default. What you have to do is you have to select Random. Okay. And click Apply and Save. Okay. Once you save it, and once you come back to Jenkins and go to Manage Nodes and Cloud, and now when you go to Dummy Slave, you should be able to see the details of Dummy Slave. Now, in order to activate, now you can see that there is a red X on there. That means that this slave is not activated yet. What you have to do is you have to download this. We have to run this agent command line. You can go for this option as well, but I prefer going for this. So first of all, when you hover on this, you have to run this entire line of code. I'm sorry, the command in our command prompt. But first you have to download this agent jar. So click on this and you have to download it somewhere. So let me just download it to a place. I'll download it here and I'll save it. Okay. So when I'm saving it, before that, let me just go and quickly delete this. Okay. Okay, now you can see that the agent.jar file was downloaded. It's downloaded. And what I will do is I'll just go and copy this entire line and I will open CMD. Okay, sorry, you don't have to open there. You have to go to the file, the path folder where you downloaded the agent.jar. So this agent.jar, on this path, you have to just click on that and open command prompt in that folder. So this command prompt will show up, and what you have to do is you have to just right click on it because you have copied this entire path. Okay, you have to just select all of this, Control C, copy, come to this command prompt and hit right click on it. Once the moment you right click on it, the entire line will be pasted here, and all you have to do is hit enter. And once and within seconds, if you see that the info is connected, that means your slave is up. So you go back to this page and go to nodes. Now you'll see both are blue. There is no X in there. That means master and dummy slave, they are both talking to each other. Now if you remember why we are creating slave is the reason because the reason being I was not able to see the UI action that is being done, the test. I'm not able to see the test. So if you want to see the test, you have to create a dummy slave. And why the reason, and the second reason was since we are running Jenkins as a service, so that's the reason why we need to use slave to execute our test case so as to be able to see the UI execution. So let me just go quickly back to Jenkins, and now I will go to test demo, configure it. Okay, and here I'm going to tell master that hey, run this job run this job only on my slave, and this is the slave. Okay, and dummy slave is that the slave that is what that's I just created. I'm just restrict. I'm using this option restrict where this project can be run. Hit apply and hit save. Okay, now done. Now what I will do is I will quickly run build now. Okay, now it has started. Yep, you can see it has invoked and it's doing the test. It has clicked on about and it has read the file, and that's done. The test is completed. If I go to this detail, you'll see the overall test was passed. So this time you are able to see the invoking of Google Chrome performing the test, and you can see it's successful. Okay, so this is what this video was all about. Okay, so we designed a Selenium test, we downloaded an unit, we integrated with Jenkins, and we executed it. Okay, so we are done with this video. If you have any question on this, you can, you know, write it in the comment box. I will see if I can answer it. Else, I will help you one or the other way. I'll just give you some links where you can go and read about it. And if there is something which if there is something which can interest me, probably I'll learn it too, and I'll make a video on that. Okay. This is a very, I would say this is the second video which I'm uploading. The first video was probably 2 years back. Okay. I thought to start, but I couldn't start for many reasons. But right now, I think that this is right time because I'm getting more time at home and I can, plan my work and do stuff. So I just need your support. So just, just help me do it because I want to start this year. I just want to keep uploading videos, creating videos, and uploading videos. Okay. And the second thing which I wanted to tell you is, I generally test and code every day, and I like everyone, and like everyone, I fall into problems, and I have been getting solutions for all the problems that I face during scripting my test and running them. But I hardly get a chance to share them with others because I don't keep it to myself, but I want to share it to others. But it's like you get a solution, you just came out of it, and that's it, done. The chances are very less that others may face the same problem in your team and you might help them with the same solution. But what I thought is, you know I should share it. There should be a way I should share it because I think that the problem that I face, there may be someone else who might face the same problem if he takes the same path. So in some other way I should be able to help him, and that's why finally I found a platform where I can do that. And yes, and I'm doing it now with my channel on YouTube. So I would make more videos as I learn, and hope you find this video helpful. Hit like if you liked it and subscribe the channel to get more of videos from me. Also, if you want to be notified when I upload a new video, hit the bell icon. Okay, do let me know if you face any problem while implementing the solution. Signing off for now. Catch you in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice time.